Real programmers code in binary.
1011101. This is so hard for me.
Rules of exponents. Zero exponent and the ones rule. Exponents. We've studied exponents. They are repeated factors of the same base. And the shortcut way to write that is 3 to the 5th power. We call that the exponent. We call this the base. And the result, the value, is 243 if you multiply them. And 243 is called the value. And how do you read it? 3 raised to the 5th power, or 3 raised to the power of 5. Now, check out this pattern. These are all base 10 with an exponent. I expand that. I get the factors. And I multiply, that's the value, 1 million. Okay, let's now do 10 to the 5th power. And the value is 100,000. 10 to the 4th power, expanded, and the value will be 10,000. 10 to the 3rd power, and the value is 1,000. 2nd power will be 100. From here, can you already see a pattern with the exponents and the results? Did you see that? Okay, let's continue. 10 to the 1st power is 10. It's still a value of 10 because there's nothing to multiply it with. If you look at the patterns, what could be the value of 10 to the 0 power? What would happen there? Think. What? You say the answer is 0 or 1? Yes, the answer is 1. But how did we get that? Check this out. An exponent of 6 will have 6 zeros after 1. An exponent of 5 will have 5 zeros after 1. 4 will have 4 zeros there. 3 will have 3 zeros there. 2 will have 2 zeros there. And 1 would have 1 zero there. Do I have a 0 here? That's a 0. Therefore, there's nothing to put in there. So, correct. Anything raised to the 0 power, a base 10 with a 0 power, is 1. Let's now make a rule if the exponent is 1 or 0. What have you observed here? For any base raised to the power of 1, you get a value of the same base. There's nothing to multiply it with. So therefore, let's make a rule b to the 1st power is always b. So don't be scared of that. First power, first power, first power. There's nothing to multiply it with except itself alone. So 4, 7.3, 4.6. The base stays the same. Next, what have you observed? For any base, b, raised to the power of 0, remember our previous example, you get a value of 1. So therefore, b to the 0 power is always 1. b could be any number. So 25 to the 0, don't be scared, that's a 1. 8.3 to the 0 power, that's a 1. Even though it's a fraction or a decimal, raised to the 0 power is always equal to 1. Now, let's make a rule. If the base, a while ago we're thinking of the exponents, now the base will be the 0 or the 1. How about this? 0 raised to any power is always equal to 0 raised to any power. Like for example, 0 times 0 times 0 times 0 is always what? 0. Check that out. 0 raised to any power, any exponent is equal to 0 still. But there's a note. Condition n should be greater than 0, meaning that exponent should be positive. If that exponent becomes a negative, that's a different case. We'll study a negative exponent for 0 later on. 0 to the 25th power is still a 0. 0 to the 8.3 is still a 0. Even though the exponent is a fraction, as long as it's positive, it's 0. But that's a negative. That means it is undefined or not applicable. How about this? 1 raised to any power is always equal to what? 1 multiplied 25 times by itself. Will it change? No. It's always a 1. There you go, 1. So let's make the rule 1 to n power, any power in the world, is always equal to 1. Even though that's a negative, yes, that's negative there is allowed. The exponent is a decimal, don't worry, it's still a 1. The exponent is a fraction, don't worry, it's still a 1. Okay, summary, that b to the 0 power is 1, but b to the first power is still a b. Now, let's put it as an exponent. 0 to the n power is 0. 1 to any power n is always equal to 1. Okay, let's practice on this. Don't be scared. This one's easy. First power is still the same thing. 0 power is always 1. 0 power is always 1. First power, it's the same base. 0 power is always equal to 1. Okay, try that. Ready? Here we go. Same base. Same base. 0 power makes it 1. First power is still the same thing. It just happens to be another exponent. 0 power is equal to 1. There you go. How about 10 billion raised to the 0 power? Don't be scared. It's still 1. Now, your turn. It's on your own. Ready? Okay, here are the answers. Number 11, 0, 1. Number 13, 0. Number 14, 1. Number 15, 1. Number 16, 1. Number 18, negative. Not allowed, undefined, negative. Not allowed, undefined. That's only if the base is 0. Okay, if the base is 0. 1. All right, you got it. Guess what? There are more rules of exponents. There are different properties. This is just one of them. Check out the next video to learn the other properties. Bye.